Most people will spend 40 years working for money and they'll still never have enough to actually retire. They'll wake up to the same alarm clock, take the same commute, and collect paychecks that disappear by the end of the month. They'll convince themselves that real wealth is only possible if you start a business, if you have connections, or if you get lucky. But they've been fed a lie. You can become a millionaire on a W-2 salary. It isn't a theory, not with, some sort of lottery odds, but by using the same systems that quietly build wealth for millions of people who never talk about it. Because while everybody else is chasing the next big thing, there's a proven path hiding in plain sight if you know how to use it. So today I'm going to show you 4 simple moves that can make you a millionaire without ever quitting your W-2 job. And the 4th one is the reason that 99% of people stay broke. So let's start with something boring, because boring is honestly what builds wealth. Every millionaire that I know will tell you this one thing, that the people chasing the excitement will rarely get rich. And the ones who do get rich are the ones who repeat small, simple actions long after everybody else gets bored. And one of the best boring money moves that you can make as a W-2 employee is maxing out your 401k match. If your company matches your contributions and you're not taking it, you're literally walking away from free money. According to Fidelity, the average company match in America is around 4.8% of your salary. Basically, a built-in bonus that most people completely ignore. But some companies go even further. USAA matches 200% of what you contribute. Visa also offers 200%. Even Dollar General and Uber contribute 10 to 25% of your compensation. Those are massive opportunities sitting right inside your paycheck, and most people skip over them because they think, I want my whole paycheck right now. But keeping it all in your checking account won't make you richer. It just makes the money easier to spend. If you make $80,000 a year and your company does a dollar for dollar match up to 5%, which means you contribute $4,000 and they put in another $4,000, you just instantly doubled your contribution and it hasn't even hit the market yet. So here's the game plan. Contribute at least enough to get the full match. Then set your plan to automatically increase by 1% every year. That one habit, simple, automatic, and yes, boring, could add millions of dollars to your net worth over your career. According to Vanguard's How America Saves report, workers in automatic 401k plans save nearly double to those who don't. Not because they make more money, but because they have to make fewer decisions. So remember this, wealth rewards the people that are the most consistent. So now you've unlocked free money, but earning that 401k match is honestly half the battle. What you do next determines whether that money compounds or just disappears. And here's what happens to most people. Their paycheck will hit, bills get paid, and the rest sits in their checking account waiting to be spent. They don't have a system, they don't have any separation of money, just one big pile of money in one checking account that drains until the next deposit. And that is why saving for most people feels impossible. It's not that people don't make enough money, it's that they don't control the money that they make. Think of your paycheck like a business. Every dollar needs a job, and that job should be assigned before the money ever even arrives. So here's the move. The moment that your paycheck hits your account, it should automatically be split into different destinations. Your 401k, your investments, your savings, your bills, and your spending. There shouldn't be any friction. There shouldn't be any decisions, and there shouldn't be any guilt. Your biggest advantage as a W-2 employee is predictability. You know exactly when and how much money is coming in. So build a system around that rhythm and build wealth that becomes automatic. Step 1, split to save. So work with your employer to divide your direct deposit if at all possible. Have 90% of your paycheck go straight into checking and 10% go into savings or into a brokerage account. That way, the part that builds your future never even touches the account that you spend from. Step 2 is auto transferring. If your employer doesn't support split deposits, then set up a recurring transfer from your checking account to your savings account or your investing account. Pick an amount, okay, it could be any amount, whatever makes sense for you, and schedule it right after you get paid, before you actually start spending that money. According to Yahoo Finance, people who automate their savings early are 3 times more likely to reach millionaire status by the time they retire. Because wealth isn't about how much discipline you have, it's about how much you don't need. You can't spend what you don't see, and you can't miss money that's already working for you. This is how you take that same paycheck that everybody else gets and you quietly turn it into freedom. And once your savings are running on autopilot, it's time for your money to leave the bank account and buy something for real. Now your savings are running automatically, your investments grow with every paycheck, and you're finally building momentum. But saving alone won't make you rich. You have to use that money to buy something that pays you back. See, most people get this entirely wrong. They rent for safety, or they buy a home that drains cash every month. But your steady paycheck is honestly a superpower, and most investors don't have that. That consistency of a paycheck gives you access to real assets at a price that other people can't get. And the easiest entry point is house hacking. You buy a property, you live in one part of that property, and you rent out the rest. And that rental income covers either part or even all of your PITI. Under FHA guidelines, you can buy up to a 4-unit property or a fourplex with as little as 3.5% down. And in most cases, the projected rent even helps you qualify for the actual loan itself. Freddie Mac allows rental income from an ADU and an accessory dwelling unit to count towards the approval. So imagine this. You buy a $400,000 duplex, so a 2-unit property. You live in Unit A. You rent out Unit B for, let's say, $1,400 a month. So that tenant is helping pay your mortgage, build equity in that duplex, and grow your net worth, all while you keep working your regular job. You're not necessarily taking on any more risk. You're redirecting your housing payment into an investment that compounds every month. And that's ultimately the difference between owning a home and owning an asset. Stack this on top of your autopilot savings and everything will accelerate. Your income builds equity, your tenant reduces your debt, and your investments compound behind the scenes, and you don't have to be a landlord forever if you don't want. You can live in one of the units now, Unit A, and you can move out later. Let a property manager take it over, rent out Unit A, and let all that equity that you got roll into your next deal. And that is ultimately how ordinary people quietly scale from 1 property to 5 properties without ever quitting their job. Because your paycheck isn't just income, it's leverage. The bank sees stability, you see opportunity, and once your money is working in both the market and in real estate, you're ready for the final step. The one that separates millionaires from everybody else. So at this point, your money is doing the heavy lifting. It is compounding in the market and appreciating in real estate. But there's one final move that kind of ties everything together. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. This is what I call growing that gap. The gap between what you earn and what you spend. Now, the wider that gap gets, the faster you will build wealth. Most people do the opposite. Every raise that they get becomes a reason to upgrade their lifestyle. They want to get a nicer car, a better apartment, nicer clothes, but every upgrade kills that gap. See, millionaires think entirely differently. They upgrade their savings rate, not their lifestyle. So here's the rule. When your income goes up, invest half of that raise before you ever even see $1 of it. When you get a bonus, invest 80% of it and enjoy 20%. That way your lifestyle will never outrun your progress that you're making in your career. Because if your spending grows with your income, you're gonna feel broke at every level. But if your savings grow faster than your lifestyle, you'll feel free at every level. So here's what all this really means. You don't have to start a business or be an entrepreneur, take a bunch of risk, and gamble your future in a once-in-a-lifetime idea. You just have to use what you already have, which is your paycheck, and point it in the right direction. Max the match that we talked about with your employer. Put your savings on autopilot. Buy income early and grow the gap. Those are 4 really simple and really boring moves that most people ignore entirely because they don't sound exciting. The 9 to 5 is not the problem. The problem is not knowing how to use it. But when you do, your paycheck becomes the first investor in your freedom. So guys, I didn't say in the beginning of the video, but my name's Austin Zaback, and I would greatly appreciate it if you haven't already to like the video and subscribe. Also, comment down below what types of content you find the most valuable. I'd love to make them for you. I feel like I have a lot of knowledge when it comes to business and finance and real estate, and I just want to make content that you enjoy. So let me know down below. I appreciate you for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in a future video.